Hi, my name is Ben Post. I'm one of the engineers here at Mayco. So we're showing a method for testing the viscosity of your dipping tank. This isn't directly measuring the viscosity, it's measuring the density. So when you're measuring with a viscosity cup, there are a lot of different variables that can play with the measurement you're taking. Did you start the stopwatch at the right time? Did you stop the stopwatch at the right time? And on top of that, there are just so many different cups. You know, you have the white cup, the black cup, but then there are also different sizes of cups within those different product lines, and making sure you have the right one has been difficult for some people, and especially trying to convert between the different unit systems. We have a different method that we think is a little bit easier for you and the people working in your studio. This is measuring the density. All you need to do to measure that is graduated cylinder. We recommend one in the at least 100 milliliter size. You can go bigger if you want, and that might even help get a more accurate measurement. Not 100% necessary though. You also need a kitchen scale. This one is just one we bought from Walmart. Runs, $10 to $20. Once again, not expensive. You need a calculator. You got one of those on your phone, and that's all you need. So today we're going to be testing a sample of nt-clr I pulled out of our dipping tank here. So to measure the density, all you need to do is put the graduated cylinder on your scale, turn it on, and you want to tare that out. We don't care what that weighs. So once that reads 0, all you need to do is make sure your clear glaze is mixed up, because they can develop a waterhead over time, as I'm sure you know. Pull yourself a sample. Try not to make a mess in the nice studio. And then we recommend pulling a sample within the top 10 milliliters of whatever size graduated cylinder you get. So I'm going to shoot for above 90. Shooting for the top is not a great idea though, because if you overshoot, you have to restart, and that's no fun. All right, so now that I have my sample pulled, all I do is I put it on my scale. At that point, I have everything I need to take a density measurement. So, density is grams per milliliter. So we read the scale. 124 grams. How many milliliters we have? Well, let's take a look. We have 90, 91, 92, 93, 94. So, divided by 94 milliliters. So our density is 1.3, let's round up, 1.32. So then we reference the sheet that we handed out either at CCSA. You can find this exact same sheet on our website. So for nt-clr, the range is 1.25 to 1.33 grams per milliliter. Are we within that range? Yes, we are. So you're ready to dip. If you're too heavy, that means water is evaporated out of your tank. We recommend adding water in half cup increments using distilled water to bring the density down to within this range. If it's too low, restart your tank. There might have been a little bit of a waterhead that you measured. If you add too much water and it drops too low, all you need to do is add some fresh glaze from the bucket into the tank. That'll bring it back up to closer to where it should be. It's an easier way to measure than using the viscosity cup. Like I said, if you want to use a larger graduated cylinder, you absolutely can. Any model of scale will work as well. You don't need to go crazy. You can spend thousands of dollars on these. This one cost about $12. I hope this gives you a little bit more reliability in your studio.